Hey everyone! Welcome back to another episode of Speak English with Sophie. I'm Sophie.
And I'm Chris. Today, we're diving into a really important topic for anyone looking to improve their language skills: writing.
That's right. Writing is not just about putting words on a page. It's a skill that can open doors in both personal and professional life.
So, to kick things off, let me ask you this: what's the one key habit that can improve your writing more than anything else?
Ooh, that's a thought-provoking question. And guess what? We'll answer that at the end of the episode, so make sure to stick around.
Plus, we have something special for you. We'll be sharing a 10-word vocabulary takeaway at the end of the podcast, focusing on terms that can enhance your writing skills.
So, whether you're a student, a professional, or just someone who loves to write, there's something here for everyone. Let's get started. All right, let's dive right into the first session. So, Chris, why do you think writing skills are so crucial for us, especially in today's world?
Great question, Sophie. I think writing is a fundamental skill that influences our communication in various aspects of life, whether it's for academic purposes, professional emails, or even social media posts. Good writing can make a significant difference.
Absolutely. It's about expressing ideas clearly and effectively. If you can communicate well through writing, you can persuade, inform, and connect with others much more efficiently.
Exactly, and it's not just about being able to write, it's also about having the confidence to share your thoughts. Poor writing can lead to misunderstandings, which can be quite frustrating, right?
Right. When we don't articulate our thoughts well, it can result in confusion and misinterpretation. This is especially critical in professional settings, where clarity is essential.
And let's not forget the academic side. Students who struggle with writing may find it harder to express their knowledge and ideas in assignments and essays. This can impact their grades and learning experience.
Yes, and writing is also a tool for reflection. It allows us to organize our thoughts and express our feelings. Journaling, for example, can help people process their emotions and experiences.
That's a great point. Writing can be therapeutic. It can help us clarify our thoughts and even reduce stress.
So, to sum up, writing skills are essential for effective communication, academic success, professional development, and personal reflection. They can truly shape our experiences and interactions with others.
Exactly, and throughout this podcast, we'll be sharing tips and strategies to help improve those writing skills. So, keep listening.
Now that we've discussed the importance of writing skills, let's move on to practical strategies you can use to improve your writing. Chris, what's one method that you found really helpful?
One of my favorite methods is free writing. It's such a simple technique where you set a timer, say for 10 minutes, and write without stopping. The key is to not worry about grammar or structure. Just let your thoughts flow onto the page. I remember the first time I tried this. I was surprised at how many ideas I had. It helped me overcome the fear of the blank page.
I love that. Free writing is great for breaking through writer's block. It's a way to tap into your creativity without the pressure of perfection. I also recommend reading widely. When you read different styles of writing, you can learn new vocabulary and sentence structures, which you can then incorporate into your own writing.
Absolutely. I make it a point to read a variety of genres, from fiction to nonfiction, blogs, and even articles. I keep a notebook handy to jot down interesting phrases or words that catch my attention. It's a great way to expand my vocabulary and improve my writing style.
That's such a smart idea. Another technique that I find really effective is outlining before I start writing. Whether I'm working on an essay or a blog post, creating an outline helps me organize my thoughts and ensures a logical flow in my writing.
Right, an outline can serve as a roadmap. I've experienced situations where I didn't outline first, and I ended up rambling or losing my main point. Outlining saves me from that chaos.
Speaking of organization, what do you think about editing and revising? Many writers overlook this step, but I believe it's crucial.
Definitely. After I finish a piece, I always take a break before revisiting it. This distance allows me to see it with fresh eyes. I focus on clarity and coherence, looking for areas where I can improve the language or structure. One time, I submitted an article without revising it first, and it had several errors. I learned my lesson.
I think a second pair of eyes can also make a huge difference. I often ask friends or colleagues to review my work. They can catch things I might have missed and provide feedback on my writing style.
That's a great tip. Feedback is invaluable for growth. I remember when I was preparing for a presentation, I practiced in front of a friend who pointed out some confusing parts of my script. Their insights helped me clarify my message before I presented it.
So, to summarize our strategies: free writing to unleash creativity, reading widely to expand vocabulary, outlining to organize thoughts, taking breaks for editing and revising, and seeking feedback to enhance clarity.
Exactly. These methods have worked wonders for us, and we encourage our listeners to give them a try. You'll be surprised at how much your writing can improve.
Now that we've gone over some key strategies, let's talk about specific writing exercises and techniques to practice consistently. Chris, what's a writing exercise you swear by?
For me, one of the most effective exercises has been journaling daily. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, just jotting down thoughts about my day or reflections on something I read. It keeps my writing habit strong and my mind clear. Plus, it's a judgment-free zone, which makes it easy to keep up with.
Journaling is amazing for that. It's like having a private space to develop your voice. I also journal regularly, and I love looking back to see how my writing has evolved over time. Another technique I find really useful is summarizing articles or chapters from books I read. It helps reinforce my understanding and gives me a chance to practice concise writing.
That's a great exercise. Summarizing is also a skill on its own. I used to struggle with making my writing too wordy, and summarizing taught me to be more direct. I remember when I first started, it was tough to condense everything without losing meaning, but with practice, it really made a difference.
Definitely, being concise is so valuable, especially in academic or business writing. Another exercise I love is storytelling. Sometimes, I'll pick a random topic and just start crafting a short story. It's a fun way to push my creativity and experiment with different tones.
I can totally see how that would help. When I was learning, I found that writing short fictional dialogues, like character conversations, was a fun way to improve my fluency. It's like practicing natural language, and it kept my creativity alive. Plus, dialogues helped me focus on flow and pacing in a more realistic way.
Yes, that's such a good point. Writing dialogue can be tricky but so rewarding. Another exercise I think is super valuable is rewriting. Sometimes, I'll take an old piece and challenge myself to improve it. It shows me just how much my skills have grown, and it's interesting to see how I'd approach the same topic differently.
Oh, I love that. I did something similar with a blog I wrote years ago. I revisited it and rewrote parts to make it clearer and more engaging. It was really satisfying, almost like seeing a before and after of my writing skills.
Exactly. Rewriting helps us see our progress. And let's not forget about timed writing exercises. Setting a short timer and writing about a random topic without stopping is a great way to improve speed and flow. Sometimes, I challenge myself with only 5 minutes to write about a topic. It pushes me to get ideas down quickly without overthinking.
Yes, timed writing is a real test of focus. When I first tried it, I found it difficult to keep going without pausing, but over time, it trained me to get comfortable with my natural flow. It's like a mini mental workout for your writing skills.
So true. To sum up, here are some great exercises: journaling for daily practice, summarizing for conciseness, storytelling and dialogue for creativity, rewriting to track improvement, and timed writing for focus. These exercises are perfect for anyone looking to make real progress in their writing.
Absolutely. Try a few of these and see what works best for you. Remember, practice doesn't just make perfect, it makes permanent. The more you practice, the more natural and effortless writing becomes.
So, now that we've covered planning and structure, let's dive into a crucial step that often gets overlooked: revising and getting feedback.
Absolutely. You know, a lot of people think once they've written something, they're done, but that's really just the beginning. Revision is where the magic happens.
Definitely. Revising allows you to see your work with fresh eyes. You might notice awkward phrases, repeated words, or areas that lack clarity. When I first started focusing on revision, it helped me a lot. I'd go through what I wrote and find things that didn't sound quite right, and changing those bits made my writing so much smoother.
Same here, and I think one of the best parts about revision is that it doesn't just make the writing clearer, it can actually make it more engaging. I remember once I thought a paragraph of mine was spot on, but after revising, I realized it sounded a bit flat. Adding more vivid language and restructuring made a world of difference.
Exactly. Plus, getting feedback from others is incredibly helpful. It's easy to miss things when you're too close to your own work. For example, I'll often ask a friend or a family member to read over my writing, and they catch things I didn't even think about.
Good idea. And even if you don't have someone to ask, there are plenty of online tools you can use, like grammar checkers and editing apps. They can be really useful for catching those little mistakes.
And sometimes feedback can help you see patterns. Like, if multiple people mention that a section is confusing, it's a signal to rework it. It's a way of understanding how your readers might actually feel while reading.
Exactly. One of my biggest lessons was learning to view feedback as a tool to grow. Sure, it's hard to hear criticism at first, but it only helps you improve. And the more you revise, the better you'll get at catching things on your own.
Absolutely. So, to wrap this session up, revising and getting feedback are essential steps that can transform your writing. They'll help you polish your work and make it truly shine. All right, everyone, we've gone through planning, structuring, revising, and everything in between. Now, it's time to answer the question we asked at the start.
Right, remember, we asked what one key habit can improve your writing more than anything else?
And the answer is consistency. The habit of writing regularly, even just a little bit every day, can make all the difference. By consistently putting your thoughts into words, you train yourself to get better and build confidence over time.
Exactly. Just like with learning a language, the more you practice writing, the more natural it becomes. And that's where all these techniques we talked about, like planning, structuring, revising, really come to life.
So, remember, everyone, write a little every day, review, and don't be afraid to ask for feedback. Consistency will take you further than any single technique alone.
And with that, let's jump into our vocabulary review.
Okay, everyone, it's time for our vocabulary session. Today, we're going to go over some words that can really help you improve your English writing skills. And remember, vocabulary isn't just about knowing the words, but understanding how to use them effectively in context.
That's right. Learning these words will not only expand your vocabulary but will also give you new ways to express yourself when writing. So let's dive in. We'll say each word, give you the meaning, and use it in a sentence. Repeat after us to practice pronunciation.
Let's get started. 1. Clarity. Repeat after us. Clarity. Meaning, the quality of being clear and easy to understand. Example. Good writers focus on clarity to ensure their message isn't misunderstood.
2. Concise. Repeat after us. Concise. Meaning, brief and to the point, without unnecessary words. Example. Concise writing keeps readers engaged without overwhelming them with details.
3. Expressive. Repeat after us. Expressive. Meaning, effectively conveying thought or feeling. Example. Her expressive language made the story come alive.
4. Syntax. Repeat after us. Syntax. Meaning, the arrangement of words and phrases to create well-formed sentences. Example. Paying attention to syntax helps create smoother, more readable sentences.
5. Revise. Repeat after us. Revise. Meaning, to review and improve a piece of writing. Example. I always revise my essays to make sure they're as clear as possible.
6. Nuance. Repeat after us. Nuance. Meaning, a subtle difference in meaning or expression. Example. Understanding nuances in language can help convey more complex ideas.
7. Flow. Repeat after us. Flow. Meaning, the smooth progression of ideas in a piece of writing. Example. Maintaining flow in your writing makes it enjoyable to read.
8. Audience. Repeat after us. Audience. Meaning, the group of readers a piece of writing is intended for. Example. Knowing your audience can help tailor your writing style.
9. Edit. Repeat after us. Edit. Meaning, to make changes to improve writing. Example. It's important to edit for grammar and spelling errors.
10. Engage. Repeat after us. Engage. Meaning, to capture and hold the reader's attention. Example. Adding interesting details can engage readers and make them want to read more. Great job, everyone! These words will be super helpful as you work on your writing skills. Remember to practice them, use them in sentences, and make them part of your vocabulary.
Absolutely! And as promised, this vocabulary session was all about making your writing clearer, more engaging, and tailored to your readers. Keep these words in mind when you're practicing or editing your work. This is the end of today's episode, but remember, learning English doesn't stop here. There's so much more to explore, so make sure to check out our other episodes to keep your English journey going. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and stay updated with our latest lessons. Keep practicing, keep growing, and we'll see you in the next episode. Happy learning!